Hey, Mike, what day is it, Mike? It's hump day, baby. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, baby. I hope your day is going great. Another hot, scorching day down here. I'm not going to go out to shop. Mama kind of said no because it's hotter today than it was yesterday. And yesterday was mighty hot. Anyway, what's going on, John? Well, shit. Part of my day, I've spent about an hour today sitting there watching TV, listening to Alexander Acosta, the current Secretary of Labor under Donnie. And he had to explain, do a little press conference there this morning to explain to the people just what a dick he was back then in 2011 when Jeffrey Epstein got a hell of a damn good deal. What's up, buddy? We want to know what happened. And then I sit there and listen for 50 freaking minutes of this man stand up there and act like, oh, well, we're just so sorry about this. I wish there could have been something we could have done. It was a different world back then. It was a different time, and it wasn't me. It was career prosecutors. And are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? You were the U.S. District Attorney in the Southern District of Florida. You were the man in charge. Don't be sloughing this stuff off. Oh, the decisions weren't mine. Yes, sir. They were his. They were his alone, baby. Nobody else to make the decisions in that district than him. So don't come up with this crybaby crap. It's not my fault. It is your fault. You were the one that negotiated that deal, and you knew exactly what was going to happen. You had a federal case, baby. You had him by the huevos. You had him by the balls, man. He was a sex trafficker. He trafficked in little girls. Federal crime, baby. So what did Alex Acosta do, the U.S. District Attorney in the Southern District of Florida, do? Well, you boys in the state handle it. He was allowed to plea off to 2 charges of prostitution. 2 cases of prostitution. Okay, let's back that bus up a little bit here. When Acosta allowed him to plead to a prostitution charge, what does that bring to your mind? Well, John, that brings to mind that, A, there's no victims here. The lady was a prostitute. So that's all right. Well, what about the age of the girl? Well, it doesn't say that. If they say prostitute, they'll assume it's 18 years or older because she's working as a prostitute, so nobody will insinuate. No, it was sexual abuse of a child. And you let him plead to prostitution, baby. That's disgusting in anybody's book. It wasn't a different time in 2007, 8, 9. No, it wasn't a different. We didn't think it was okay to transport children over state lines for the purposes of sex back in 08. I didn't know that was legal back then, but evidently Acosta thinks it was because that's what he could have got. We know what happens now, and we're going to find out a whole lot more as this case goes on, baby. But look at the man that was in charge. He didn't give a shit. It was money, baby. Jeffrey Epstein had lots of it. Big guy down there in Southern Florida. Yeah, even Donnie says it. Oh, he was known all over Miami down there. Dade County and all, or wherever the hell it is, wherever the Mar-a-Lago is and shit. Oh, yeah, big guy down there. Everybody loved him. Don't worry about it. And they let him go. It gave him 18 months. He served 13 months. Only in the evening because he was allowed 12 hours a day and sometimes longer just to go do your thing because, hey, you're a rich billionaire. You got things to do. Yeah, I guarantee if it was my ass in there, we wouldn't be let to go do your job 8 hours a day. No, they could give a shit less about your fortune and your problems without money for not being able to make that money. Oh, they wouldn't give a shit about your ass. But Jeffrey Epstein, oh yeah, he's got an empire to run, baby. He's got money to make, money that he could delve out to politicians, prosecutors, or judges, baby. Because don't forget, it was the Southern District of New York a few years back that went to tried to lower his level of registering as sex offender so he wouldn't be so confined by it. Payoff, baby. That's what it smacks of. That's what it smells of, that there's a law for rich people. And it doesn't include hard time or paying for what you did. No, baby. It's pay the right people. Pisses me off, baby, because I watched that man stand up there at that podium and act so nonchalant, like, oh, well, you know, it was a different world back then. That's a disgusting liar. Just like the man he works for. They had a little meeting, I'm sure. You go out there. Donnie told him to go to that stage, baby. He said, get out there and deny, because that's what Donnie does. Think Donnie ain't been down this road before? Yeah, I wouldn't be a bit surprised, baby, if Donnie's name doesn't come up in the Jeff Epstein little theater here we got going on. I hope it does, baby. Because if it did, if it happened, he needs to cooperate. Jeffrey Epstein needs to cooperate, baby. That's the only way you got out, to get your little time off so you don't have to stay in there until the day you croak, which we're all hoping you do. It might happen a little sooner right after you go in. People don't like that child abuse shit. Them people in prison, they got daughters too. They think that you think they want them hanging around the likes of Jeffrey Epstein just because he's got money, baby. He was challenged about why he did not contact the victims. And this little weasel, this little slow-mouthed little jackass, Alex Acosta, stood up there and was mealy-mouthed about how he didn't want to take the statements because, you know, hey, the girls might want to sue for money later on and we don't want to have to conflict in their style. Bullshit statement is what it was. Why didn't you contact the victims? Oh, he says, well, you know, we were just notified on Friday that they were going to sign the agreement on Monday. Hey, we tried, but we couldn't. I looked out my window. I didn't see any of them. Is that the extent of your attempt to contact the victims, Acosta? No, you didn't even try that. You didn't even look out your window, buddy. It was a deal done. It was a payoff little situation. I'm sure you got something. Look at where you're at now, baby. You're in the White House with Donnie. Ain't that some shit? Irony, baby. You suck. Anyway, the Southern District of New York is now going to accomplish the task that Alex Acosta and the Southern District of Florida failed to do, refused to do. The New York Southern District, which I'm getting to like them people a whole lot, are gonna give those victims justice, baby. They're gonna provide. They're gonna make sure he goes to jail, baby. No, he's gonna go to prison, not some daycare center where he can just come and go as he pleases there. Costa's saying, oh, it was out of our hands. It was a state charge. You let it be a state charge. You had him on federal charges. You let him go from that. Let him plead the state charges, baby. You had it. Oh, I wish you could have done a whole lot more. You could have investigated a whole lot more because the Miami Herald did. And it seems their journalist investigators are a whole lot more interested in that case than Alex Acosta was, where he was in charge of the whole division and could have sent out investigators all over the state. He could have called other states to find out, hey, do you got anything on this guy? He didn't do that because he didn't give a shit, because there was a deal to be made, baby. We see it in so many things. We see it in the school admissions thing with the rich people paying to get their kids into college. We've seen it with the owners of the Patriots up there. He got caught in a massage parlor. He thinks he can pay his way out of it. That's the world of the rich and famous. What they do is none of your damn business. Well, now what you do, baby, that's a different story. They'll stick a camera up your ass to find out how you do it and charge you if they can. Epstein's lawyers were in contact with the Department of Justice in Washington during this whole thing, so when Acosta stands there and tries to tell you, oh, I did everything. No, Epstein's lawyer were going over your head and going to Washington, and I'm sure Washington was probably sending back a little note there telling you to shut your mouth, Acosta. That's the deals that's made. This is what upsets so many Americans, is when we see shit like this. That nobody down here on the bottom could get away with this. He was asked, why did you let those other people off, give immunity to the co-conspirators? Oh, well, we wanted to make sure he went to jail. Well, why didn't you make sure they all went to jail? Because they all broke the law. And they all were a conspiracy to get little girls off the street and into Epstein's bed. This whole case smacks of nothing but privilege, money, power, baby, contacts. If you got them, baby, you breeze through this shit. Or right up until the wall that hits the Southern District of New York, evidently. I think Jeffrey Epstein's problem is Donald Trump is now president. A lot of people taking interest into everybody that man knew, and he knew Epstein a lot. Remember his statement, oh, he's a great guy, loves beautiful women just like me. He likes them a little on the younger side. Yeah, I bet Donnie's been down that road a few times. How about it, Mr. President? Anyway, it pisses me off that we see this in this case and other cases across this country and around the world. Belays, slice and dice over in Saudi Arabia. Check up Khashoggi there. Don't worry about it. We'll charge some other people. Hey, yeah, you guys that I ordered to do it, we're gonna put you on trial. Shit like that. It's power, money. That's all it is. Money and power. If you got it, you don't have to worry about shit. You don't have to worry about crimes, laws. Donnie doesn't worry about laws. He's got Barr, baby. He doesn't have to worry about the law anymore. He'll tell that little puppy dog, Bill Barr, to just go pick up the shit, to go create something, to go do something to save Donnie's ass. It's pitiful in this country sometimes. The District of Columbia is broke, baby. Yeah, they're broke. They ain't got no money no more. The District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., baby, ain't got no money. You know why? Because Donnie's little 4th of July bankrupted the city, baby. It cost them all the money they had in their coffers, baby, just to pay for the overtime, for the security, for the park service, for everything that Donnie needed in that little parade that he had. Yeah, cut your nose off to spite your face. Tucker Carlson has again opened his mouth and let his vomit, his racist bullshit, the Klan crap that he subscribes to so well, come running out of his mouth again. He was talking about Ilhan Omar and her being a Muslim, being in Congress now. That's what's wrong with our immigration system right there. That happens. We let a Muslim in and now she's in Congress. That's Tucker Carlson, baby. The biggest little white supremacist asshole I've ever seen, I think. No, there's a few more. Donnie's ahead of him. But he falls in that same category as Laura Ingraham, the angle. Yeah, the racist angle that you and him keep doing. Keep putting your mouth just full of shit and spitting it out all over the place. It's disgusting, Tucker. When has Fox News ever, never, that rhetorical question. Fox News is not going to do a damn thing. Fox spews, Bullshit Mountain promotes that shit. They're Donnie's little puppy dog TV station. They're Russian TV in America, baby. And I'm surprised they're not running damn Russian commercials on their stations over there, because it might be the only advertisers they ever have left. Anyway, Kim Darush, the UK ambassador, resigned. He had to, because Donnie had, got his panties in a wad. We can't talk. This guy ain't coming to no more meetings, can't come to more dinners, nothing like that. You're out of here. So he had to resign. But Prime Minister May stood up for him and gave a nice words about his responsibility as an ambassador. And the message that sends out to the rest of these ambassadors around in Washington, D.C. is, if you don't suck up to Donnie, I'll get you fired, baby. That's all there is to it. You better come around there ready to lick his ass and praise him out the wazoo if you want anything. That's who our president is. And when he gets his little feelings hurt, a fine gentleman has to resign for telling the truth. For telling the truth to his government that Donnie the little dictator is nothing but an incompetent fool who'll pull shit out of his ass every day. And they like to know the truth. Donnie, not so much. You don't want to know the truth. Anyway, I hope the people in Atlanta, Georgia are happy today. Some of them you are. I know you are, baby. I wished I would have been driving down the street somewhere north of, I think it was north of Atlanta, Georgia, when $175,000 in cash fell out of an armored car. How in the shit does that happen? How do you explain? Well, boss, I thought I closed the door. Well, you were there. Wasn't there somebody sitting in the back of that thing with the money? Ain't there always one of them guys? What happened? Needed a bathroom break and just kicked the door open? There goes all the money. I don't know what happened. There's a lot of happy people running around Atlanta going shopping today because it's all in cash, baby. Anyway, I know your day might be full, but if you get an opportunity this weekend, this Saturday, baby, you can go to the Trump Doral Golf Course and Bribe Collection Center, cough up your life savings, baby. But you can get in on the charity golf tournament going on there in at the Trump Golf Club there in Bribe Collection Center, and they're gonna have some very sexy mini skirt with sexy polo shirts, they said, and there's gonna be an auction for the women. You know, that caddy for you, and then after the game there, you go back to the club there, and you get a little special treatment back there if you win the auction. That's our president, baby. That's our country. This is the president of the United States we're talking about. A house that used to have honor and integrity, that it meant something, that we all aspired to look at, that would make this country greater than what we all thought it could be. But that's not who we have in Washington right now. We have a bunch of scum-sucking, lying con men who are doing their best to raid the coffers of this country and make as many changes as they can to the laws to benefit the richest among us and those corporations that need a few regulations cut out there. That's who they're working for, baby. They're not working for you. They're not working for me. They're not working for any of us, baby. Any deal Donnie's making anywhere for anything concerns money for the rich, baby. We're going on, what, $2 trillion increase in our deficit? The deficit? Are you shitting me? Yeah, I've said it forever. Look back in my tapes, baby. Every time a Republican gets in, they raid the place. They rape our coffers. They take everything. All the markets go down, all of us. Until another Democrat comes in and repairs the shit that they always kick over every time they get in office. Look at the numbers, baby. Look at your charts all the way back to Reagan. Every time a Republican gets in, things go south, baby. Although they always tell you that they are the party of fiscal responsibility. Yeah, they're thieves, they're liars, and they're con men. That's what the Republican Party has become. Any decent American with any kind of values would have nothing to do with that party anymore until they straighten their ass up, until they kick out the Klansmen, the Nazis, and all the other disgusting crap that's in the White House. Until then, they're watching their party descend into the darkness, baby. It's nothing but liars, cheats, and thieves. Anyway, it's our job to stop that shit. That's why we're all in this. That's why we do this every day. That's why we have little family meetings. It's because we are tired. We're tired of our country being embarrassed, being ridiculed, being raided, being raped. And it's us to us, baby. We are the guardians of liberty, baby. And if we want liberty, we have to fight for it. Well, this is it, baby. This fight, this 2020 fight that we're in, makes 2018 look like a puppy dog race, baby. We have to come through. We rose up in 2018, baby. We can do it again. It only takes people. It takes your vote. That's what it takes. It takes your voice. The more we use both, the better things get. And the more of us that use both, the better things get. We are the majority people. There are more people in this country that have the values that want to save this country and can recognize a draft dodging lying ass con man when we see one. And we will not be bought out. We will not be stopped. We will not we're going to get his ass out. But we need him out. We need Mitch McConnell out. We need the Senate in our hands, baby. That's the way we progress this country. Anything less than that, we're going to spin our wheels for another 4 years. And I'm getting old, baby. I don't know how many more terms I have left in me. But I'd like to see a big swap in this damn country. I'd like to see a shift change. A shift change more to the working people in this country who are still suffering while we watch people like Jeffrey Epstein jet around the country spending billions of dollars on whatever the freak he wants. Got a nude woman's sex doll hanging from a chandelier. Are you shitting me? Yes, he's got it hanging from the chandelier because, hey, kiss off. It's his house. He's got all the money in the world and he can be as much of a disgusting turd as he wants to be. Which is exactly what all these people that are going to go to the Trump Doral Golf and Bribe Collection Center to go for the charity event for the children, while they bid on hookers. Yeah, I don't think the charity's your prime motivator there, buddy. Like, share, and subscribe. John Bernabeu, Blue Dot in Texas on YouTube. John Bernabeu on Facebook. John Bernabeu Speaks, Blue Dot Family. Go by, join the family, say hello, get involved over there, be informed. It's great to be informed. Be part of a community. It feels good. Anyway, at Blue Dot in Texas, out my truck window, anywhere else we can get this message out. We want to thank all our Patreon donors and all those who donate through PayPal and through the mail and whatnot. It is what is keeping the bills on right now, and that's not a lot. But y'all are the ones that are keeping this whole shit, this whole house going, baby. So we appreciate it from the bottom of our heart. And I will see you tomorrow at the Thursday Blue Dot family meeting. Same secret place, same secret time, and all that stuff. Don't let any of them red dots know that shit. They can't figure it out. They don't want to come. Anyway, y'all take care. We'll see y'all later. Bye.